What is up, legends? We are back, and it's another week, another hype watch. We're going to talk about quite a few things this week, including one of the last week's hype is actually a #1 game now. I know, like, go figure, go figure. Anyway, so if you're new to that hype watch, what we do every week on hype watch is we talk about the upcoming games and games currently out that will be hype that you guys can actually play. And the very first one that you can see right here is Capture Clash. Now, Capture Clash is actually pretty amazing, and it kind of sucks right now. I will warn you that I don't know if they updated it yet, but I was going to do a review on this, and then they updated it, and then I couldn't play anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's wrong with the version. I'm going to try again later on, because obviously I'm doing this on Friday. And see if I can actually get in. But this remind me a lot of Dungeon Fighter, and it's pretty fun, if I do say so myself. So, if you can get in and play it, try it. It's definitely worth actually playing. Next up, we have Free Dance. I showed you guys this last week on Hype Watch, but I'm just repeating it again. Free Dance is available now. It may not be available for everything on every device driver, so you're probably going to need to do APK. And I'm going to explain APK at the end of the video, because a lot of people are confused about that when I say that. So I'm going to say it again and say that there's caveats to it and what you can do and what you can't do. So we'll do that at the end. But this is available, and it's actually a pretty good game. I know you're like, Dance Revolution mobile game. This is actually a really good game, so give it a shot. Next up, we have a Demon Slayer. This is another one that's a pretty good game. This is an SEA game, though, so it may be blocked by a lot of people, but you can use the APK method at the end of the video that I'm going to talk about. Next up, we have Dungeon Fighter Mobile, which a lot of people... Why is this at 37? Hello? I feel like I just clicked that. Anyway. Dungeon and Fighter Mobile, and a lot of people have forgot about this game, including me. And this is a thing right now. Now it doesn't have a lot of downloads because they didn't announce anything. It just got thrown out there, and then it was just there, and nobody said anything. And I just recently found that it's there. You see, the downloads is not that high. It doesn't have many followers, so I'm actually going to play it and give it a look. You might see a video on it coming soon, but it is here. This is the I believe it's the JP or the KR version, not the global. Let's keep this putting out. It's not the global, but it is out there and there. Next up, we have Rise of Dragons. I did show you guys this before on the channel. This game is actually pretty fun. It's kind of like a tower defense where you're attacking other people's bases with your dragons, and then they can attack your bases. Kind of fun. Just putting it out there for you guys so you can try it out. Now, this really should be one of the hypes. Matter of fact, it just is. It's just not at the end of the video. Aroka is actually coming global. Now, I actually particularly like this game. It's a lot like Ep.65, a lot like Exos, and again, it's like one of those things where I want to encourage the games that actually have a little bit of substance behind them. You need some skill, you need some puzzle making. It has a lot of quests in it, side quests and things like that, or where you can just pick stuff up. A lot of depth to it, and the characters look pretty cool, even though some of the characters are very arguably similar to some characters in Ep.65. I'm kind of overlooking that a little bit with the level of gameplay that the game has. So was pointing out there, it is coming global, and you can actually download it early now. Again, APK method, all that type of stuff. So next up, we have God's Legacy. This is an iOS game, by the way. So if all you iOS fans out there are going to be hyped on this one, I just wanted to put it there. Even though it's not Android, you guys will be able to try it out for all you iOS fans. I'm not really an iOS fan. Like, I haven't even charged my my iPad in forever, but I did want to put it there because it might be something that you guys want to mess around with. Next up, we have New Dawn, which is available to actually go ahead and play, I believe now. Yeah, it is. I believe now. New Dawn is kind of like an adventure, Legend of Zelda type of feel, and even looks like that. So if you guys are used to that and want to play something along those lines, it might be something that you guys can mess around with, have some fun, and sign up for. I know some people said that they were in, which is how I found out about it today, literally this morning. Like, I had no idea this was available, and then somebody was like, "Hey, are you gonna do New Dawn?" I was like, "What the hell is that?" But here we are. I went and researched it, and obviously I'm not in because I didn't know about it. So I'm not gonna review it unless they actually, because I applied late. So we'll see. But obviously, here it is for you guys. Alice Fiction. Alice Fiction is going to be coming relatively soon. And here is the registration. See, 27th. By the time you see this video, it'll be 3 days from that point. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. We got Alice Fiction. We got Octopath, which we'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, so definitely pre-register because this is another one of the hypes that I have pointed out that's probably going to be fun. And we're going to have a lot of dark-skinned waifu. I see dark-skinned waifu. Let's see. Go back. Don't hide that from me. Oh, it's in lettering. There we go. No. Click it. That is definitely dark-skinned waifu. All right. Next up, we have Illusion Tales. Illusion Tales is a weird game. However, more dark-skinned waifu. That is immediately, that's like stopping my thought. But might be fun. I don't know if it's going to be a hype, but definitely something to look out for. It has some VA in it. So, yeah. Quantum Maki is a game that I've actually played. This is one of those skill-based games where you can collect waifus and you have mechs, and it's like a shooter. It's a lot of fun, actually. It's like Azure Lane, but you're controlling the characters, which I'm completely okay with that. They have transform modes where they can go into like mech mode and like fighter jet mode and bipedal mode and stuff like that. Is actually a really cool game, so look out for it. Octopath. Now, you would be like, why is this not the hype? It can't be the hype because we already did it hype in the past. However, I think a lot of people are kind of like not really understanding what Octopath is and may end up a little bit put off. Now, Octopath is not like a new age type of game. It's essentially Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy with more characters control, and you can summon characters and you can have a storyline with stuff like that. It's a pretty much typical turn-based type of RPG game that you should be used to by all means. So just come into this thinking that you're going to be playing something like Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy 3, but at a little bit more modern feel with a whole bunch of more characters, and you can come up with builds and stuff like that. I'm actually overjoyed that I'm going to be able to play something like this because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun overall, and a lot of people are going to be happy. A lot of people aren't at the end of the day. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to play retro, because for some reason people think that retro can't be good, which is ridiculous. Retro can absolutely be good. Next up, we have Eclipse, rather. And I already showed you guys this game. As you, like, you know, bam, like, you know, so much dark-skinned waifu in this HypeWatch, but this is actually a really fun game. I was holding off on playing it until it became like global, and you know, but this is the SEA version that they're announcing, stuff like this. It's just a really good game, a really fun game. Got the waifus and everything else, so definitely something that you should look out for. I wouldn't suggest spending and wailing that hard on the SEA because you know it's going to come global and it's not going to carry over to the servers. So just keep that in mind. Wise also, hello. Wise also is coming at relatively soon, so here's your pre-register for that. Typical storyline. Me personally, I have never been a super Wise fan, but this is actually kind of fun. But here's the thing. This is like another game. This is literally a clone, but they put the Wise universe over. I'm forgetting the name, but this is absolutely a clone. So a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, this is just like this game. And yeah, technically it is, but it has its own features that's native to Wise. So if you're a Wise fan, then you're probably going to like this. For most everybody else, they're just going to say that it's a clone. And yeah, it really is. If you guys, Tales of Wind, I believe it is Tales of... It's so many Tales games, but it's basically just a Wise stuff on top of one of the Tales games, which I believe is the same dev anyway, so that's why they're getting away with it, but just wanted to point that out. Tap Legends. Tap Legends is pretty much interesting because it's kind of like one of those chess type of put your characters out there and win if you upgrade yourself properly and have a good build, and then you're gonna win. And on top of that, you also have city building. So yeah, it's interesting they put those two things together because they really never have been put together, but here we are. And just to really talk about this, like I said, Hype, City of Cats, as you can see, is now above Genshin, League of Legends Esports Manager, which is absolutely funny, Minecraft, and Arknights. That's how much hype City of Cats is right now. City of Cats is that fire. If you have not, if you've not been made abreast, you have been made abreast now. That City of Cats is that fire. Like, I just been playing and just enjoying it, and it's a really good game. So hopefully they'll bring it global soon because it needs to actually be brought global. It's that much of a phenomenon right now. And last but not least, we have Boundless Presence. Now this is going to be the hype. And the reason that this is going to be the hype is because this is like Hades, but in mobile form with multiple characters that you could play with. It's pretty lit. Pretty good. It's going to be an excellent game when and if it comes global. It probably may not, if we're being completely honest, because I've never even seen this dev before. If we're being honest, they might come out of nowhere and do it, but usually when you've never seen the devs before, they usually don't come global because they don't have the funds to come global and pay for, like Google Play wants them to pay for and all that type of stuff. So we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day if that's going to be, but this is the hype, and you're going to get a trailer for it at the end and everything else like that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be worth your time, in my opinion, especially if you're into skill-based gameplay on mobile. Not a lot of people are. People just want to idle and auto-run and everything else, and then they complain their faces off when it's not auto-run, and anyway. As far as the APK thing, now, what essentially happens with APK, and we're going to talk about that in this video. And in fact, we're going to go to one of the sites, APK. And you see, I do a lot of APK and stuff just pops up. What essentially happens with APKs is what you need. Let's do an example. Which one could I use? Demon Slayer, Apocalypse. I need something that's... Let's use Aroka. What you essentially have to use, you have to use the Google Play link. And you head to either APK Mirror, APK Monk, APK Pure, which is what we're looking at right now. And then you put the Google Play link in. And then what it does is it's going to take you to the game and give you the download of that. So when I'm saying APK, if for whatever reason your country is blocked or the download is blocked, you just take the Google Play link and then you put it into an APK site, which is why I don't understand majority of the time when people be like, why'd you give me the link and it's blocked in my region? It doesn't matter. Google Play is blocking you, not the game. That's what I don't think people really understand. If the game was blocking you in some way, shape, or form, this would not work. Now, there's cases where that happens, where you actually could put the link in and then nothing will show up here. And that is because the game itself is blocking you at that point. That's when you have to go and do some extra stuff and go beyond that. Now, there is another way that you can actually go beyond it. And there is a tab. There's an add-on to Google Chrome that's called APK Downloader. So as you can see, you can't see it right here, but I just clicked it. And you can click APK Downloader and see then it puts this up. And what you can do is you can again put, this is Aroka again, we're using this as an example, and then it'll actually do this and generate the link. This is your last ditch effort at the end of the day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but this is just me teaching you guys alternate ways to go around when you're getting region blocked. This is a way around a region block. So technically, you're never really region blocked unless the game itself is blocking you. So you see a lot of people will say things like, "Oh my God, it's not global. Why'd you say it's global?" If the company says it's global and they release it global and they somehow being blocked by region, that means that they didn't pay in a particular region for Google to actually allow them to be placed. And that just sucks because they just didn't do that. But you can usually do stuff like this and you can play the game. So you're not locked out. You're never really locked out. But like I said, there's like a 5% chance occasionally that the game itself is blocking you for whatever reason. And then you have to come up with alternate means, which is super annoying. But in most cases, 95% of the time, between this add-on called APK Downloader for Chrome, this is the extension, I'll give you the link for that, and APK Pure, you can get the games. It doesn't matter, even if it's blocked in your region, you can still get it here. Lastly, what I'm going to be doing probably like in a year, I said this literally about a year ago, but we're probably going to be transitioning a little bit more to less videos on the channel. Don't worry, we're not quitting YouTube, but I'm going to be more of a game dev than I am going to be a YouTuber, because obviously I'm making a game and that's starting to ramp up again. And we're in Unreal Engine 5 and all the good stuff is starting to happen now. All the work that I did of actually putting a game world together, like literally I got like thousands of pages of game lore literally that I made with the help of other people, with people putting in, and it's like that's not gonna work, that doesn't even sound right. We wanted stuff to work basically scientifically, as well as it's going to be a lot of fantasy obviously, but stuff needs to make sense. Like you can't just pull stuff out of your butt and be like that's lore. It's not realistic if you do stuff like that. It got to be as close to lore, real type of realistic lore as you can with science and stuff like this. So I had to go research things in space, research things like how physics actually work and stuff like that, so you can bring it into the game, because obviously you have to make these things in a game engine. So if it's not really realistic in physics, it's probably not going to work that well in game engines too, because like how are you going to do it? Because the tech is going to be like, well, what the hell is this? This doesn't work. So I had to learn all of that the past year, that some stuff isn't feasible, because in law it isn't feasible unless you can make the game or engine act like a specific thing. So with that said, that is all I got for you guys this week. I hope you had fun. I hope it's a good week for you. I hope you're staying safe. Remember that COVID, it's still out there. Monkeypox is now out there as well. So please be safe. Watch who you are around. Keep your mask on, in my opinion, because as you just saw with like DreamCon and Anime North and all that type of stuff, people got sick. And like I'm like we still ain't nobody said the pandemic is over. It's less than what it was, but nobody said it was over. So the simple fact, people just ran out there and got sick again. I'm like, y'all don't learn. So I'm not trying to get sick. I haven't caught it yet, and I'm not trying to catch it. All right. So hopefully none of you guys catch it either. See you guys soon, and peace.